Sup my dudes, Valk here. And the very first unit I'm going to cover of the update, I've got them all evoed out. You guys can see, I'll show you guys the teams. So you guys can see I have literally every unit of the update evoed out, except for Dongai Ichigo, because if you guys don't know how you craft them, it's going to be hell. I'll get it done tomorrow. Once I beat Abyss, I'll be working on Ichigo. And Ichigo Blanco, White Ichigo, seeing how good he is as well. We'll be finding that out tomorrow. But for today, I've got all the evos out that don't involve the Abyss. And I want to showcase the one that I think is the most interesting first. I think he's really, really good. Golden Wind. I want to showcase him for you guys today. And I'll be going over him because I think he's really, really good and I think he's worth talking about. I have him UR++, and I'm going to let you guys know this right now. The UR++ is awful. And you guys are like, but Valk, I thought you just said he's really good. Well, first let me show you guys why the UR++ is awful. And then I'll show you guys why he's really good. So first, let's go to the training field. Let's do this. Let's go normal. Create quick start. And I'm showing this so a lot of people don't make this mistake with Golden Wind. I'll probably make that as like the tagline, the title of the video is "Don't make this mistake with UR++ Golden Wind." Because the thing is he is good. Just his UR+ form is good. Not the UR++. UR++ is not very good, and I'll be showing you guys why. It's very, very simple as to why. So I don't even need to show you guys animations or anything, really. He has a cool blessing. That's what I'm using right now, is his blessing. But I just want to show you guys, because on paper, this looks like a really cool ability, right? Reverted enemy movement for 10 seconds. Reverted enemy for movements for 10 seconds. So it's all fine and dandy, right? So let's set him to stop. So the only thing we're doing is looking at the ability. So we can then go and look at it. And I'll show you guys animations after. But I want to first let this loop, get this looping. So let's speed things up. Let's go ×5 speed. And let me set this up. I'm hyping this up. I'm like, oh yeah! And you guys will see in a second why this isn't very good. So let's go ahead and set this up. Let's loop it. It doesn't have to be perfect because it doesn't matter. So let's summon. Watch. You ready? Oh, look, he's rewinding. Rewinding. And now here's the issue, is enemies can only be reversed once. What this means, right, is this ability's useless. It doesn't need to loop perfectly. It can only happen once. So what's it matter if it takes 10 seconds or not? As you can see, an enemy cannot be reverted twice. So, what does this mean? It means his UR++ is bad, unfortunately. It means it has a useless active ability, whereas his UR+ is a really good ability. So, before I get into anything else, let me go ahead, crank the graphics, let's look at the pretty animations, and see exactly what he does. So let me turn this on, turn this all on, and let's take a look. I'm genuinely curious, I don't know his animations. So, first one, it's ×5 speed. Let's slow it down a little bit so I can take a look-see. Oh, he just punches them. Okay. And the next one is the Golden Barrage. 7-page Muda. Awesome, awesome. Life Shot. That's okay. And that's his last ability. So now, let me go back. Let me revert him to Form 2. Black screen for a second, guys. Let me revert him to Form 2 and show you guys why he's actually really good. And I don't want you guys to make the mistake of using UR++. You should still evo into UR++ and limit break him. Let me make that very clear. You should still get him to UR++ and still fully limit break him, because that way he does good damage. But whenever he is UR+, he has a much better active ability. He has a much better passive in knockback. Knockback is going to be a really good active or a really good passive for him, because there's not a lot of not a lot of units that actually have knockback as a passive, and it makes it so he's just a solid, super solid unit all in all whenever he's UR+, but whenever he's UR++, he's not very good. So let's go ahead, let's do this, turn him to Form 2. You guys can see we're able to keep the level 62, and much similar to the Dennis situation, we're able to keep him to 8426. I am going to max limit break him whenever I get it. I have good model files on him. And now we can start the actual showcase. Now that I've done the explanation and I've shown you guys why the UR++ is really bad, I want to show you guys why his UR+ is really, really damn good. And basically, it's very simple. He's a couple units compiled into one. He restores stamina and he heals you. which is going to be good for a lot of super boss stages because he's an offensive healer. He's a healer that's going to be able to contribute to your damage. So if you're running a team that you can use him on, then you're going to be good for a lot of super boss stages because he's going to be able to apply healing as well as damage for your team, which is really, really valuable. So let's go ahead. Let's put him down. We can put down 4 at UR+, so we're going to put all 4 down. I don't think I need to show the animations. Pretty sure they're the exact same. Golden Barrage, Tree of Life. We saw this last time I showcased his UR. But you guys can see, he gets a cool little active. Heal 30 stamina units, which means if you're on Insane, you have the food bar. He restores food by 30 and increases HP by 1 times of attack. Meaning if you have him on a good category, you have a max limit broken, you have a max evoed, he's going to heal you by a good amount. Because you're getting healed by like, what, 1.2 mil or something every single time. Let's let the Oshi buff or the idle buff go ahead and hit. Once the idle buff hits, I'll start auto-activating all these abilities. You guys can just watch the HP go up. So, let's let this hit. You guys can see 647k, pretty decent attack stat. And now you guys can look at the HP. And it's on a 60-second cooldown, so every 60 seconds, he juices you with 700k HP, and he feeds your unit, which is really nice. Obviously, Peem is situationally better if you're dealing with a lot of ambush enemies, and you need her reverse curse technique to go ahead and be able to remove any type of remove any debuff. That's really valuable. But he's also able to apply a decent amount of damage with knockback. Knockback's also a very good ability. He has a very big circle like this. Knockback's a really good ability, so he's able to go ahead and do that as well. That being said, I think his UR++ is awful. I think his UR++ ability is useless, and I'm sure you guys can tell why I say that in comparison to this ability, which already has me at 7 million attack stat. The doggo wants to play right now, but I can't play. I gotta do this. Anyways, the doggo's trying to play. Basically, he's just really, 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 really good at UR++. Or UR+, I mean. I highly recommend keeping him UR+. He's insane. So whenever you guys are actually working on him, whenever you guys are evoing him or working for it, make sure you guys do get the UR++ evo. It's not that hard to do, but make sure you guys are using him on UR+ because he's a much more valuable unit. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.